Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. I'm your host, David Streggy, and today I'm going to go on about another review, and this time it's a film that is streaming on Streamlit at this moment, and it's from a UK director by the name of Harprit Dhanoa. That is called Immigrant, from 2000, filmed in 2018, from the production company of Medan Productions, or Medan Productions, whatever. But it stars maybe about 4 people, but 3 people in general. We have Sarah, who is played by Rachel Logren, or Loren, who is a prostitute who is trapped in her the position where she is to a real bad man by the name of Roman. We have Billa, who is an illegal immigrant in Soho, and he works as a minicab driver for a company that underpays him. And his best friend is a little bit better off, who is also a cab driver. And of course, there is a boss. I believe the boss of Sarah is Toby, and which is not Roman. Roman is actually one of the bodyguards, but Toby is played by Wesley McGee, and he plays the punk gangster mob-like guy very well. He's very much obsessively in love with Sarah, won't ever let any of his girls leave, but he considers Sarah his main girl. So in a sense, he considers her property. Now, she ends up bringing in a homeless girl who she thought she was helping get off her feet, and Toby wouldn't leave her alone. So in fact, when he was arguing with Sarah one evening, he accidentally killed her, and she ended up running from him. Now, I like the fact that Billa, who is played by Nitin Parashar, always has a sense of positivity. Even though he is an illegal immigrant, he is being underpaid by this boss of his, and you can ultimately see that he has a very positive outlook on life. I don't want to say too much, but ultimately Billa ends up being the cab driver that takes her away from this world and ends up kind of falling in love while this woman is waiting her while she is on the run with Billa, and at his place she kind of has to overcome her drug addiction in order to stay alive. Now, one thing I don't enjoy is watching how Toby's character, played by Wesley McGee, pretty much breaks his spirit in the end. And in a sense, Billa kind of goes vigilante in the end. I'm not going to say what happens entirely, but I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the romance that went on. I didn't too much enjoy the fact that his best friend ended up being like not really his friend, with how he kind of treated her, Sarah. I mean, once you're kind of in that life, you're you're kind of stereotyped all the way through, and I think that's what comes off. There's a little bit of how an immigrant is treated through the boss character, and I thought that all the characters involved played their characters to a T really well. Now, one thing I thought to myself is that I don't know why, but it sounds and feels like some of the voices were dubbed. I don't know whether that is good or bad, but there was definitely a dark turn in the film, and I can see how one can be taken to the brink of no return in the character of Billa. For I think that's the character that I really liked, even though I know his emotions didn't much change until like the very, you know, 3/4 of towards the end. But you saw a sense of a spirit in his character, and I think you also saw a sense of spirit and the will to fight against all odds in Sarah towards the end, as well as she was speaking to the dead ghost of the homeless girl, who was actually played by Rosie Marsh. So I'd like to say that I relatively enjoyed this film. I thought it was decently shot. As far as area locations, I thought it was had more of a realness to it, and I think that people will enjoy this story. Everyone wants to see, you know, see a young lady who works the streets escape the life that she had led, and I think the acting was really well done on all parts. I have to give credit to Toby for Toby's character for pulling his badassness off, especially his look. I mean, I don't know if those teeth were real, but those teeth, man. In any case, thank you for listening. Hopefully you had a great time listening to my description of the film. Like and subscribe to my page if you have not. Definitely check the film out on Streamlit if you have not. I'm sure that it'll eventually be on something down the road, but it is it was enlightening to see a type of story like this on this website, and I love the idea behind Streamlit as well for independent filmmakers. So definitely check it out. Thank you for listening. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Appreciate the time spent on my channel. Thank you so much.